Tiger fans, unfortunately, the VFL finals run has come to an end in the first week. In the Elimination Final, we did go down to Brisbane 12-15-87 to 10-7-67 by 20 points. Look, full transparency, I haven't been able to watch the full game yet, but yeah, I was keeping up with it during the day, and disappointing to have the loss. But I mean, looking at the two lists playing, the Lions had a shitload of AFL listed players out there, and I think we had about three or four. And I guess that's where the importance of, like, it would have been nice to have had a Josh Gibcus back in. I know we didn't want to roll the dice with Houghton. Smiley mustn't have been thereabouts. We obviously had McAuliffe not far away as well. So there's a few players that we had very, very close to getting back in, which would have bolstered the team, but it wasn't to be. But you've got to still be very, very proud of what the VFL program's done this year. They've been pillaged with players week in, week out with the injuries that we've had at the club, especially later in the season. And Jake Batchelor and his team have done an amazing job to make finals in this first year, so they should definitely be commended. But we'll go through the stats very, very quickly. Goal kickers, Cozzy again bobbed up with 3. He's had a pretty interesting last month of football, hasn't he? He's become a bit of a notorious goal kicker, a multiple goal kicker in a lot of games. Has he breathed some extra life into his career? Does he give himself a chance for AFL next year? Who knows what's in store for him? But you've got to give credit to the bloke for busting his ass week in, week out for the club, whether it's in defence or whether it's up forward. Yeah, he's played a super role for us, no matter which part of the ground. Jasper Alga kicked 2 goals, 5 tackles as well. Yassine had a goal, Lockie Wilson a goal, Sam Toner a goal, McKelty Lafau a goal in his first game back, and Liam Forster with 1 goal, 3, which would have been nice to kick 3 goals, 1, sort of similar to what he got last week. McKelty also had a hit out, a couple of tackles, a couple of marks. Disposal-wise, Caleb Smith led the way on 24 disposals, Harry Scott 20 disposals, Austin Johnson 20, Liam George 17, Elnor 17, and 6 tackles for Elnor as well. Jacob Blight 16 disposals, 5 marks, 1 tackle. Razzo had 14 and 9 tackles. That's a huge number. Samson Ryan had a pretty nice game too. 13 disposals, 3 marks, 6 tackles, 30 hit-outs and 5 clearances. So he was up against the big O, Oscar McInerney from Brisbane, who's no slouch. Like, he's a genuinely good ruckman. So good to see Samson put up a really good contest, and I saw plenty of positive comments about him throughout the course of the day. And look, maybe there's still time. Maybe there's still time. You know, he still is very young for a ruck. Not very young, but still young for a ruck. They start to come into their own and their prime about now. Maybe the penny drops and we get something out of him for 2026 and beyond. Who knows? But good to see him fight the good fight in a final, in a game that meant something as well in particular. Hayes Brown only had the 3 disposals, 9 hit-outs. And look, I think Hayes Brown's going to be better off for this year. I think he had a very big step forward in 2025. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in 2026. But unfortunately, that is it for the VFL program. They are out of finals just as we were about to get a few players back. But again, super proud of what they've done, especially the VFL listed players who, you know, get chopped and changed throughout the year with sometimes not much notice. I think they've done a really good job, and you can tell, and we all know the quality of our VFL program with the players that keep getting poached from our program. And we've even got Harry Scott, whose name's kind of popped up a few times as well, and Elnor. Razzo's name's popped up from time to time. So there's going to be some players of interest to other clubs again. And again, it just speaks volumes to the work that our development coaches do under Jake Batchelor and previously Steve Morris. So well done to the club, and unlucky to the VFL boys. Hopefully we can come back next year. And look, next year with a fully fit and healthy list, the VFL is a scary prospect for opposition. It's going to have some seriously good names in there once the competition for spots ramps up at senior level. And injuries permitting, of course. It's going to cause a nightmare for other teams, and it'll be very fun to watch for Richmond supporters. So we look forward to seeing everyone get stuck back into it for 2026. But yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't our year this year. But that's it for this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Tiger content, and I'll see you for the next one. Go Tigers!